Hello friends, my name is George, the nice smelling gentleman. A while ago I did a video where I showed you 7 clone fragrances that are worthy of checking out. And today I'm gonna do sort of a second part of that video, and today I'm going to show you 7 more clone fragrances that are worthy of checking out. Now I'll link the first video in the description of this one, and I'll try to keep this video as short as possible, so I won't go into too much detail about every single fragrance. So let's get going. I'm going to start this video off with a fragrance from the house of Armaf, which is called the Futura Homme. Now this is a clone of Dior Homme, the original Dior Homme from 2005, and also Dior, Valentino Uomo and Valentino Uomo Intense. Now in the opening, this is sort of a closer to the original Dior Homme. You got the lavender and the bergamot opening of the original Dior Homme. And then on the dry down, this has this sort of a mix between iris, vetiver, some leather, which to my nose is closer to the Valentino Uomo fragrance family. Now performance here is close to the original Dior Homme and the Valentino Uomo. I get 6 to 7 hours on my skin with pretty good projection in the first sort of 90 minutes. And I think this is a pretty decent clone of Dior Homme, Valentino Uomo and Valentino Uomo Intense, the Futura Homme from the house of Armaf. The second fragrance in today's video is going to be a fragrance from the house of Ajmal, which is called the Evoke Gold Edition. Now this is a clone of Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense. It sits somewhere in the middle between those two fragrances. You get that iris based fragrance, but a soapy type of iris, the way that Prada likes to do their fragrances. The opening is sort of, to my nose, close to the original Prada L'Homme. Then on the dry down, it gets a bit denser compared to the original Prada L'Homme, so it sits a bit closer to the Prada L'Homme Intense. Now, quality-wise, this is not the best clone out there, but as far as I know, I'm not aware of any other clones that do the Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense family, so this is pretty much your only choice. Price here is a bit high for a cloned fragrance, but still, if you want to save some money and experience the Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense sort of experience, I think Evoke Gold Edition from Ajmal is your only choice. Performance here is about 6 to 7 hours with pretty decent projection in the first 90 minutes. The third fragrance in today's video is going to be the Oud 24 Hours from Art Al Zafran. It's a pretty strange name for what this actually is, and this is a clone of Tom Ford's Black Orchid, and it's a pretty good clone. Actually, you get pretty much the same note breakdown as the original. You have some, a dark chocolate note, there's a bergamot note, an orange note, some spices, some amber, some patchouli. As I said, very, very close scent-wise to the original. Performance here as well is very, very close to the original. And if you look online, you'll probably end up finding a very, very good deal for this fragrance. I paid less than $20 for this one, and if you're looking for a clone of Black Orchid, then Oud 24 Hours from Art Al Zafran is a very good choice. The fourth fragrance in today's list is going to be another fragrance from the house of Art Al Zafran, this one called the Midnight Oud. Now, if you look for this fragrance online, you may end up finding the same bottle design with like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different cap designs, but that should not worry you. If you see this blue bottle design, it's the same fragrance inside. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Amouage's Interlude Man. And again, as with the Black Orchid clone, this one is very, very close scent-wise to the original. You get that very same super spicy fragrance, oregano, pimento, bergamot, some incense, some patchouli, and all the other stuff that you get with the original. This one sort of has half of the performance of the original, but that still makes it a beast performing fragrance. And also, again, as with Black Orchid, if you look enough online, you'll probably end up finding a very, very good deal on this one, probably less than $20. At least that's the price that I picked up my bottle for. So just to sum it up, great clone of Interlude Man with half of the performance and about a tenth of the price. Midnight Oud from Art Al Zafran. I'll end up this video with 3 fragrances from the house of Lattafa. The first one at number 5 in this video is going to be the Lattafa Confidential Private Gold. Now this is a clone of Xerjov's Herba Pura. You get very much the same scent profile you get that sweet, fruity sweetness, powdery sweetness, sort of bringing you a bit of like a soapy, a shower gel type of vibe. In this one, it's a bit more airy compared to the original. Quality, of course, is not as high as the original one, but still, it's a very decent performer. I get 7 to 8 hours with pretty good projection for the first hour, hour and a half. Price wise, this is again a very cheap fragrance. Usually goes for about $20 or maybe even less than that. So if you want to sort of experience Xerjoff's Herba Pura at about 15-20% of the price of that one, you should definitely check out the Confidential Private Gold from the House of Lattafa. At number 6 in today's video is going to be the Shyoukh Final Edition from the House of Lattafa. Now, this is not a straight up clone of any fragrance, but it's heavily inspired by Yves Saint Laurent's YEDP. Lattafa took that original DNA and made a few twists on it. What I get here is a sort of the same fruity DNA, but with less freshness compared to the original YSL YEDP. This is sort of a bit sweeter, a bit darker, a bit more spicy and a bit more oody, but I like it for what it is, because you know YSL Y is not my favorite fragrance out there. That scent DNA is not my favorite one, but the changes that Lattafa did to that DNA are really suiting my style. So I've been really personally enjoying the Shyoukh Final Edition a lot. You get about 7 hours of performance out of this one with pretty strong projection in the first 90 minutes, and it's also dirty cheap. Again, another fragrance that goes for about $20 or even less. So a clone of sort of a clone of YSL EDP, Shyoukh Final Edition from the House of Lattafa. And at number 7 in today's video, the last fragrance that I'm going to show you is going to be the Lattafa Ramz Silver. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultra Mauve, and especially in the opening, it's very similar to the original. You get that very same mix of pear, lavender, and some mint, some bergamot as well. As I said, very close to the original, very sweet opening. Then on the dry down, this starts to differ a little bit from that original DNA. You still get that vanilla on the dry down, but this one also has some woodsy notes on the dry down, make it a bit more sort of let's say serious and a bit more mature. But especially in the opening, very close to the original. Think of it as sort of a slightly more mature version of Ultra Mauve from Jean-Paul Gaultier. And again, 7 to 8 hours of performance with pretty good projection in the first 90 minutes. And again, another dirty Jeep fragrance usually goes for somewhere around $20. At number 7, the Lattafa Ramz Silver. And so in today's video, I showed you 7 more clone fragrances that are worthy of checking out. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, as usual, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.